What is a religious movement? To be a religious movement, you basically need a handful of things. You need to have common beliefs. There has to be something, and to be religious, something theological. Something that has to do with a relationship with God. Not just higher meaning, but a relationship with the concept of deity, of godliness or God as a being. That's essential to be religious. To be a religious movement, however, you also need a few things. You need to have either a central authority or a central vision which drives the proponents of that religious movement forward in a common direction. In that sentence that I just said are a few other elements that are necessary. You actually need to be a movement, which means you need to have a population. You can't just be somebody writing a book behind a curtain and claim that you're part of a religious movement. And we have a lot of that on the internet now. There's a lot of unique religious voices out there on the internet who don't really reflect or represent any significant number of people. By significant, I would say something that could join in a communal setting, a building like a synagogue or a church. The conservative movement was founded as a movement with a large population. Then, of course, the last thing I mentioned was common activity. I talked about that vision or that authority driving you forward in common activity. That's the movement part. In common activity towards those goals or those demands from that authority or that vision, all of which reflect the common beliefs that make you unique and different from other religious movements. So the final statement is you have to be unique.